It's on. Oh, we're back on?
It's recording, but it's...
Well, here's the thing. We can YouTube it later.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, hey, that's a good little intro. Because it really was.
Yeah.
And if we're recording, man.
Okay, we're live.
Okay, we're back on.
We're back on.
Well, here's my first sip of the Shock Top. I haven't had these in, Lord.
Man, they're good. Good for you. Every once in a while, everybody needs one to relax.
I guess, but... Okay, so this is a nice sales pitch.
I
man.
know, right?
You're selling yourself so good right now. Why? I mean, look how red you turned.
Man,
that whole background's tan,
I know,
beige.
I know.
You know, is that
That's the only time I get embarrassed when somebody tries to say, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I
am. What I was laughing about the whole time when you were talking, and it was no disrespect because what you said about your company and what you said about everything, I mean, it really is true. You've taken this to be a I mean, I don't want to say it for the IRS purposes. So
right. Yes, sir.
No snitch.
Yeah.
Don't even try.
Don't even do it.
But, you've been so successful. I mean, like, whose houses, like, you've been to some famous people's houses.
We've been movie stars to, I mean, I can't say their names on here because of, we don't want to intrude on their life, their personal life, because but I mean, country music stars to a lot of the hunting personalities. I mean, I can say Hank Parker and guys like that, Craig Ritz, big time personalities on outdoor channels that have their own.
That was most impressive. Hey, like seriously, what is your Instagram page? Because that's where you can see what he's talking about. He does take pictures with these people.
Oh yeah, it's a Bighorn Trophy Haulers. I mean, on the Instagram, it's on the same on Facebook. We take videos of, like say, the way we mount stuff into the trailer so people can see exactly what we do, that we take care of all them. Because what we're doing, we're hauling a memory home, and that's our slogan. Slogan is slogan. But
anything you screw up, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, that's hauling people's memories home. I mean, that's what we're doing, and we try to take special care of all their stuff, and all the way home. We treat it like it's ours, basically, and that's.
Well, here I'm gonna start a little controversy because that's what I am, and I'm gonna play. Really, this is not a question for a friend, but I really am interested.
Right.
What about the people that say, "Man, that's cruelty"? Like you shot that lion, you shot whatever, you shot this, you shot that. Now I know the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Of the jungle and how they do things. Those nature preserves get paid by hunters to hunt those people, to keep the population a certain way.
Keep the poachers out.
And keep the poachers out.
Yeah.
But here's what happens. The poachers come in after the government's like, man, we can't spend the money. So, like, what is your real thoughts?
My real thoughts are people are very uneducated. They just firstly see that there's something's getting killed, and they think that
yes, nice as that.
Because they're getting killed, it's actually conservation. It's bringing money to the people. Say in Africa. Those
tribes eat those elephants. Those tribes eat those
things.
They're happy as hell. Everybody gets fed.
Everybody gets fed. They get paid because now they're guides.
And the government gets paid by it. The government pays for them to do certain things. And it's like
they pay for airplanes. They pay for everything.
Because most of those tribes, they have these gardens.
Yep.
And they'll have these things for their family to live off of. Mm-hmm. And then a fucking elephant in one day takes it all out. And then they're starved. They're done.
Yeah, because
that's the only chance.
It took so long to make that grow. And then the elephant comes in. And that's the thing with a lot of the elephants that are getting killed are all problem elephants. There's such a big herd of them right now because everybody was like, oh, don't kill an elephant. And now
it's just like the wolves. It's just like anything. Yeah. You introduce the wolves, and they're like, "Oh my God!"
They're just
they killed everything.
Everything. There's nothing.
Everything. They weren't even species of America. No. They were like Canadian or Russian
they were
probably. They weren't tested when they came across. Either way, there are some microbes. But that's the thing. You introduce pigs. Yep. Pigs are a horrible problem. We live in Arkansas, Richmond. They destroy everything. Yeah. And like, oh, it's horrible to kill. No, like, look, it's okay to be alive in a herd, but these things breed so massively. Rapid. Not that elephants do, not that any of these things, these wild animals do that. But there's laws in place. And when you look at the statistics of those laws that were in place before the PETA and all these people get just like, oh my God.
I mean,
we're containing a population that will overcome something.
Right.
Okay, look at the swamplands of Florida. There's not a snake, not an alligator, there's everywhere. Pythons are everywhere.
Have killed everything.
Everything. Everything. Because the pythons have killed everything. There's so many pythons. They're attacking alligators. The alligators are eating pythons. That's the way they're like. Yeah. And because they didn't do what was right for the conservation, because now you got an overloading species that's killed everything. There's nothing left. That's a mammal.
And it's the same thing with the wolves. And Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, now Washington, California, Oregon. They have spread. Honestly, I mean, it's spread like a disease. I mean,
They're multiplying.
They're multiplying like crazy. I mean, they're breeding.
Every major city has coyotes.
Oh yeah, they're
every major city. It's like every major city. Chicago, as cool as it gets.
L.A.
They're all over. You see them. They're just
mountain
like cats.
Mountains are everywhere.
Dude, when I was out in San Diego, man. There was this time I've never seen a real, and we're going to change for a second, but I've never seen a forest fire.
Yeah.
I remember my buddy loaned me his motorcycle. Man, I was going to take a cruise that day.
Yeah.
And there was just ash. I was like, what the shit? What is this? I've never seen it. And so it's kind of like it's just snow and ash, on this highway. So, like, that night, me and a bunch of football guys that play for the Riptide, the arena team there. And me and a bunch of football guys got together. We're playing poker and having some good times and everything else. Went to this bar and coming back. And I was driving. I was in my Dodge. And I just seen this just giant, like, fire behind me. I'm like, whoa, my God. Like, and it just goes down and comes up. And you could see it disappear and then come back up. But it was so just glow. I'm like, I stopped in the middle of the road like it was Armageddon. I'm like, oh, my gosh. And the guy that I'm talking about that was in the back of my truck was in one of those... the storage units where they auction the storage units.
Oh yeah.
He's with the slick back hair white guy.
Yeah.
He was the bouncer with me. Okay, and he was in the car that night with me. He was on that show. Mm-hmm. I forget his name, but he was on that TV show with the white haired guy. The storage unit wars with Brandy and whoever.
All them. Yeah.
Okay, so he was in the truck with me, and we're going to his house, to his like condo, whatever, and. I slammed the brakes. I was like, oh my God, what is this? I was like, dude, I go, what is this? What's going on? Like, I'm freaking out, man. I'm from Ohio, dude.
You don't see shit like that.
Hell no. And I didn't get that I was riding this motorcycle and no cars were on the road.
Yeah.
And there was just ash. I was like, I ain't getting it, man. I'm cruising today. And then I seen this forest fire for the first time in my life. I never realized it jumped highways.
Yep.
I never realized just what it was doing. And he goes, oh, man, that's 10 miles away. Don't even worry about it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's crazy.
10 miles away. That was just the word. So you see in those things that people don't have this perception of what is really, I had no clue.
Well, I mean, most people from the Midwest and the East Coast, they don't have a clue what goes on out west. I mean, I'm from Arkansas, and I live in Idaho now. And I see the forest fires everywhere. I mean, last year, whenever we were,
it's crazy.
They're just. I mean, I went into Colorado. I have a picture of me and my son at Colorado sign, and there's a forest fire literally behind our head in the Colorado sign. And it was like 20 miles away, but you can,
But that's the thing. It's so close. You don't realize it looks because it's burning so bright.
Yeah.
Like, it's 20 miles away, but you look at it and it's like, man, it's a campfire.
Yeah. And
so our vision normally is like, that's across the yard, homie.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like,
it's so different there. I mean, it's just, everything's so far away, but it looks really close.
But that's the thing. That goes back to the population of animals, and we have went away from, obviously what you do, but it's one of those things where people don't understand. You need to research some shit.
Yep.
You need to be thinking about some stuff because why are like if we let the look there's a reason we have to hunt deer and they get more tags and they get more tags. These things are overtaking. And guess what? When you're driving your happy ass family down the highway, 250-pound buck because it's an Ohio buck or it's something, Arkansas bucks are like German Shepherds. I've seen what you shot. I've seen what you shot. I was like, dude, you shot a German Shepherd.
No, not that one from Missouri. I brought that. That thing was huge.
but
I walked in the gym like this.
Yeah, he's like, dun, dun, dun. It really was the most Viking type moment. I was like, I don't know what I said, but I shit on you somehow because it was worth it.
It was.
And then trust me, because he's a ginger. And I say that in the most no soul. And I say that because that's what I meant. I was like, Jesus don't love you. Your people, not to get racist, but yes.
We're day walkers.
I mean, my God, how do you make it? You see him, he talks for 5 seconds and he just turns bright red. It's like, cool down.
That's the others trying to escape.
Yep. The sinners is what we call them. It's the sinners. You know. So I mean, you left about 5 years ago, and you started this business, and which is a year and a half. That blows my mind, and we'll get back on into that. But you know, when you were here, I was expanding my gym.
Oh yeah, we were knocking walls down.
Yeah, we were knocking walls, and there's a lot of things at that time that was so public, and I always forget, man. Like I get criticized. That's why I'm able to do this show.
Right.
Or maybe I don't give a shit that anybody's watching. This is the funniest damn time I've had in my life. Thank you. It's my boy coming back.
I mean, this man helped me through times that I walked into this man's gym and said, "Here's 3 months worth of of payments. I'm going to be here." And he looked at me and said, "Yeah, that's what everybody said." And I said, "Challenge accepted." And me and him have been friends ever since. I mean, it's just, we literally, it was like we were brothers from, knew each. Remember when Aaron was like, "How long y'all know one another?" We were like, "I don't know, year and a half." And at that time, he was like, "Y'all talk to one another like you've known each other your whole damn life." You know?
Well, it's because there's. People don't understand why I am the way I am. And people don't understand. I look at them and I'm like, this is what you said you fucking wanted.
Right.
This is what you said you wanted. And now you're pissy. And I'm at fault for you fucking eating the ho-hos. For you not fucking doing the right thing. I told you not to do it. I told you. Hey, you know what? Guess what I don't do when I'm in the best shape of my life? I don't eat that shit.
Exactly.
But you know what? I don't care. I've been doing this since I was in the 6th grade.
Right.
So when these things come about and they're like, oh, I want this, I'm like, when somebody actually does what I tell them to do, the best shape of their life, they move the fastest they ever did, regardless of the way I talk, everything else, it's never personal, homie.
No.
Never personal.
Never.
If you take it personal, then that's why you're not going to succeed.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it. With business, with life, with anything, if you take everything personal, you're always going to be mad. You're always going to be emotional about every situation. Every situation is not good to be emotional at. You need to have a clear head. You need to think, and that's the whole thing I've always done is able to keep, my personal life or whatever's bothering me at that time. People don't know because I treat the other. I try to be a positive person. I try to be a happy person. Sometimes it's hard, but suck it up and do it.
But here's the thing, man. I since I've had my son, and I will say this: I had my son, I think, when I was 32. Bam, whatever, 33, whatever. I hate the trash can. It's a Mickey Mouse trash can from like 1920s, though. I'm not in Disney.
Disney.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that guy was a killer. Anyway, sorry, but no, it's like. I came to this conclusion, it's like, man, why am I so mad at that guy driving 25 when it's 55, you son of a bitch? Right. And why am I that way? Now it's like, well, hey, man, I get there when I get there.
Dude, that's exactly me. I used to be so mad at, just the exact same thing. I think that's why we always got along, because we thought they had the same process.
It's like, why are these assholes in my way?
Now I'm just like, oh, get there when we get there. No big deal.
Now I might be mad because it's more because I realized at that point that I've been listening to the Mexican channel, and I have not realized it till that moment that I'm pissed at somebody else. I'm not. Dude, you are so out of it. You've been listening to something you do no español.
No español.
No español.
I just don't. I have so much going on. I have so many people calling me that I don't have time to think of anything else. I have to think of the next person that's calling that's needing a quote or needing something done.
God, how do you do that? I can't. I'm the worst.
And
if you try, my mom tries to call me. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You know better. Is it an emergency? Did somebody die? I've said that 2 minutes. Did somebody die?
That's all
because
you know.
like, there's no reason to call me. You know how to use your thumbs. Let's go. Let's go, Nana.
And I'm a big pusher in my business of texting. I have my setting.
It's so easy.
Because we have everything there.
You're driving. You're doing this stuff. You want me here? Here's the thing. It's like me when I'm training people. I've got to be running my business.
Yep.
And messaging other people, but I'm trying to but now Shirley's taking a fucking day off because now she's half bent on her knees.
I don't get a day off. You don't get a day off.
Shit, no.
Off.
When I do have a day off, that's when they all come. They're like, I really want to work out today. I'm gonna pay you everything. What the fuck? It's like you can't wait till Monday. You fucking. It's like it's Thursday night.
Exactly. They got to do it now.
No, because it's going to mean I've got to dress, I've got to fit in a week and a half. What can you do?
Stop it.
Let's get some saunas. Okay.
Saunas. Yeah.
Crank those suckers up and we're sipping water here, toots. But no, it's just like, and I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm not trying to be mean but if you've not heard anything bad in your life and you take offense to the person that comes from a different culture, right, it does not come from this area, right, that says GD all the time. You know why I'm saying GD? Because normally my family, everybody in my small town in Mercer County, Ohio, says goddamn it.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. And here they're like, but that's when they say that to me, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm like, look, I'm not from your culture. I'm not from where you are. So please excuse me. I will try to not say it.
Right.
But this is something I've said since I was 1.
Right. Right.
This is something I've heard from all the factory workers, all the people up in the fucking north that have been doing nothing but say that word. And the elegant ones didn't say it. But they said it when they were pissed off as shit at you.
These society nowadays, you can't always say anything because, everybody takes offense to absolute everything. It don't matter who it is, if they're workers, that's why I quit what I was doing. I was a general foreman putting in food grade equipment, and I hated my job so bad.
Because it wasn't the job, it was the people.
It was the people. It was the whining.
And you could not do anything for anybody.
No. And I tried to do it with the way I ran my crews was, hey, we help everybody. If there's another crew over there that needs help doing something, run over there and help them real quick because there's one day we might need them. And that's why my crews always ran so good. It's just... It's
called team.
It's team.
Nobody has anything but team.
Yeah.
Nobody realizes that team, that locker room talk.
Yeah.
We'll get into that, but the locker room talk, that's what happens when you're with a brotherhood and all working. It doesn't matter that you're black, white, Puerto Rican, this tall, this tall, this tall, this white, this small, this small. Okay, because in every locker room I've ever been into, I've always got along with them. If you had a problem, the team would figure it out and figure out you're the problem. And if people join them, we'd eventually get rid of you.
Exactly.
You're done. You don't fulfill
One bad apple.
Hey, man, that's a cancer. We're not having a little on this team because, where we're trying to go? We're trying to win championships. Yep. We're trying to get somewhere. And if you don't fall in line, go find your other fucking team.
Yeah.
You chose the wrong team.
Yep.
But people don't have that no more. People don't we're not team. We're not everything else. And it's very hard. And I'm very skewed.
Yeah.
I'm very, very, I promise you, I'm very, God, I can't even think of the word, but I'm so wrong in what I'm saying. This is the real way it is, but I am so wrong because there's so many people that do love me.
Right.
There's so many people that are my family.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to come from where I come from, where it's dog eat dog. Yeah. You even fit in our pack or we don't survive. That's been the way it's been since my factory living life, and I know you come from that too.
Same thing.
And the sensitivity is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not sensitive. I just can't. You can't be sensitive to a lot of these situations because if you are, you're not going to have a clear head and you're going to make a wrong decision. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is.
And if you think about it, at this, oh my God, it's almost 2020.
Yep.
I am going to be 50 years old, and geez, whatever.
Hey,
don't care about
you're only like
insurance.
6 months older than me, aren't you? Am I 6
See
months
these
older?
eyebrows?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see these eyebrows?
Ginger no
Beautiful.
soul.
Ginger no soul. You poor son of a bitch. You poor son of a bitch. I will say this, and I will say this. Because so like I start noticing like I'm going through stress with the kid and everything else, custody and all that stuff, and that's not a big deal. Right now, it is, but it's not one of those things where I looked one day and I'm losing my hair back here. And if you look at my dad, you look at my family, this big German, fucking Italian, Dutch, just boom. Hair everywhere. I mean, they were never hairy. I don't have hair on my chest, my arms, nothing. But I mean, they had this flowing hair, and now I'm losing it here. So I was like, man, I'm on Rocky's Corner one more time before I head out. That was my favorite haircut. Man. It really was. It's like, man, I love these things. It's like, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just maybe it makes me feel more thuggish. Maybe. As I say in the most fragmentary way, because that's what I've been playing since I was 6 months. But like it's like the people are not allowed to be themselves, and they also bitch about this like I love being something from all these different cultures, from all these different people, from all these teams that I've been a part of. I've learned from Antoine, my backup quarterback, that got a chance to play, that used to cut my hair. And I learned from him, and I learned his culture. I was in his mama's garage.
I was the only white boy, the whitest white boy that could walk in the hood in Pine Bluff and Little Rock, because I treated everybody like they were equal. I didn't treat nobody like they were beneath me. I did nothing. That's because nobody is. I mean, everybody should be on the same playing field. Is the way I look at it.
Here's the way I look at it, and this is people can be shitty or whatever they want to be. Man, we're America.
Exactly.
I've been to other countries because of what I do, fight, play football, whatever. Because boxing, whatever. I've got to go to these places. I'm not whatever people, I'm not bright. It's nothing like that. I've been in these places, and every time I go, holy shit, I'm glad I have America.
And man,
holy shit.
So glad, because you throw another flag up over there without some permission, they cut your arms off.
Well, it's not a good thing over in those places. Now, I went to Ireland. It was awesome. They loved me.
Ireland looked like it was cool.
Ireland was, I had my really thick dreadlocks before the thing. Boo-hoo, but,
shit happens.
But no, it's but still in Ireland, it was like, man, really?
Right. They were rowdy there. They looked like they had a good time.
Oh, dude. We went to the Coldplay concert. Yeah. For one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life. And my mom's never heard of Coldplay. Right. And I put a stupid ass post. I remember. And
I remember. Yeah.
I hate social media because it's never representative. It's what you're thinking. And I was telling her, hey, Mom, have you ever heard of Coldplay? And she's like, no, in a text message. And I'm like, well, get ready.
You're going to.
And we went to this Coldplay concert. And it was some stupid post, but it was this. We went to the Coldplay concert in Ireland. It was like the second day we were in Dublin. And we're at and they all thought the people were asking, hey, because I was wearing a black tank top, black shorts. I'm wearing a red shirt rarely. I do that. But it's like I was wearing a black tank top, and they thought I was part of the rugby team, the All Blacks. Right. And that's like just this big rivalry, whatever. It's just like the All Blacks are like the dominant team. Right. And see, I had no clue. Yeah. And that's what I would do. I'd wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'd go jog a path for a couple miles. And I'd go see the countryside by myself. I'd run up the hill that it was the hardest. They never did another Tour de France up in this hill. It's so hard. After the first one, because they're like, I ran up it. Right. I was like, I'm doing this. But I didn't know it at the time. Yeah. Ireland was amazing. It opened me up into a lot of different phases for my life of who I am, what I'm doing. It was a very spiritual thing. Right. I met some people. I met some women that, for whatever it was, they weren't Americanized, and that's not a good thing. There wasn't emotion in it. Right. There was a directness. Yeah. Listen, Yankee, you ain't touching these panties, so don't even worry about it. I was like, well, damn, let's just have a fucking beer and have a good kind of time. Yeah, because, it was good. Now I want to talk to you. Now, who are you? Yeah. And it really was one of those things where I was in Poland, it was beautiful too. Poland was beautiful too, and these places, but people that only go in their community, and then they go to Memphis, and I make this reference all the time. They go to Memphis and they go, well, we go to the city all the time. We go to Memphis Redbird games. That's the most protected white motherfucking neighborhood. Get lost.
Yeah, there's cops
everywhere. But you know what? If you were to be just like, hey, you walk in the wrong neighborhood and just look at the person and go, please, I have my family. I'm lost.
Right.
Can you help me? I would hope, I don't know if it's true or not, I would hope that 90% of the people in the population would go, hey man.
I think they would.
Yeah, go that way. Go that way. You don't need to be down here, but here, take your family, and it's okay. It's okay. Because if you look at somebody like, look, I fucked up. I'm in the wrong place.
Yep.
I don't belong. But that's where we're Americans.
Yep.
Yes, we don't maybe live in that neighborhood, and yes, we don't belong in that neighborhood, or maybe don't belong in that culture. We don't understand that culture. But that's the thing, is we have this boundary between understanding and belonging.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, so I don't belong.
Exactly.
And it's...
But everybody has the same... They have if you have a family, I mean, they have the same bond with each other. I mean, they're able to, like I say, hope that they would tell you, hey, you need to go this way.
I mean, much like you're a ginger and I'm sexy as
I don't know.
You heard me.
Look at it.
I'll tell everybody till y'all believe me.
That's right. That's how you do it. Till they believe it.
But that's the thing. It's like, man.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I hate that saying. And I said it last night. I did. Like, me and Jess were talking last night about some things and what we're doing, what we could do future-wise and everything else, and as far as the gym and all that, and the direction. And I said, well, I hate this phrase, but fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And I said it with such as like, it's not even like what you, it's you as a business.
Yeah.
Try so hard, and I can only sell. That goes back to what we were talking about. When you came in, you're like, challenge accepted.
Right.
I'm not going to kill you.
No.
I'm enough of a trainer to know when you're really hurting and when you're faking.
You would.
I was like, hey man, I know better.
I can't do box jumps. My knees hurt, and you know. So go over and do this.
Hey, so you can't do box jumps, so we do this.
Yeah.
So there's 99 other exercises for what you can do. I can't do lunges. My God, I'm lucky to even walk right now. My knee's totally blown. You wouldn't know. You'd see me jerk every now and then.
Right.
You know, but but they're like, dude, stop walking, Wessel. You know, it's like, you're going to have it till your knees blown out again. But it's one of those things where it's like, I can't do this, but I can do this.
Right.
And right now, and sometimes I do get that motivation, man. And that's the truth of...
Everybody needs some motivation every once.
I get tired, though.
Yeah.
I get tired, too.
Yep.
I stop lifting. I stop working. God, it just get... my body hurts anyway. Then all of a sudden, my body really starts hurting.
Yeah.
And that's why I really am bad at this, just like probably anybody else is. I don't stay consistent. And I even preach that.
Right.
Until then the knee blows out, and I'm like, well, now I've got an excuse to eat, another gallon of ice cream.
Right.
Fat guy.
Right.
Because I'm a fatty too, but it's like, people want to say something like, oh, well, he lives in a gym, whatever. Yeah, I do, but I've been doing this since I was 6th grade.
Yep.
This is all I know. This is where I come from. So my only advice to you is like, man, and like you said, just find the trainer. It ain't gotta be me. Find the trainer that's gonna go, okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. You can't do this? Fine.
You know that they care.
Guess what? Be methodical enough. Yes, and know that they care. Know that you care. Okay, you can't do this because your knee can't do this. But you know what? I'm so fucking evil. I know something's a little bit harder that you can do.
Yeah.
It's like because now because if they were faking, all of a sudden they can fucking lunge.
Man, I mean,
all of a sudden they're perfectly fine.
I mean, I came into that gym with no muscle tone, with no nothing, not knowing how to fight, not knowing how to
Jesus,
jiu-jitsu.
look at you.
I mean, I didn't know nothing.
Okay, don't take this as a statement from my gym by his current body shape.
He's
been gone for 5 years.
This is 5-6 years of a family life.
Can you type that in, Jessica? Just as a statement. This is not a product of Mike Wessel. It's been 5 years.
Give it time. Give it time.
Because
we're gonna put this body right back to where it was.
Hey, here's the thing.
It's a little older.
This is what's going to be interesting. Is you're coming back for about a month.
Yeah.
And I'm appreciative of that, man. I really love that the friendship that over the years, somebody can be like, man, hey, man, you need to get away, brother. I'm gonna be doing some things because you travel all the time, anyway.
All the time.
So I was like, man, clear your head, get away. When you are in town, hit the gym. I'll give you a fucking workout. I'll whoop your ass for what you got.
Yep.
You know, if you only got 30 minutes, you only got 30 minutes, and that means not just time limit to what you got to go back to work. That means that what's in your body for that day.
No.
And I recognize that, but any good trainer would recognize
Exactly.
and tell you, like, look, it's enough. And some people are like, I really want to go more. I'm like, dude, you have no clue what I just did to you.
Yeah.
And you had done it well. Take the victory today.
He knows. I mean, when I first started this, I mean, I called it hell because that circuit training killed me. I mean, my body was sore, but I'd get up and I'd go back 2 days later because my body needed to heal at that time. But it made my body feel better.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I learned that I felt better when I got my ass back up and went back in there.
Because you were sore the next day,
Exactly.
or it's usually the second day. You're like, oh God. Because that's the body waking itself up. That's the body that just ripped itself. It's like, what did you do to me?
Yeah, exactly.
You know. Go ahead.
Coming in off of a year ago having lower back surgery, it was killing me. Like I said, I told you it's 355
Hey,
pounds.
do me a favor, real quick. Excuse me.
Yes.
Can we get the Shane move in? Let Anthony. No. Move your chairs in there. Let Anthony get a little camera time. Maybe he'll get some. Nobody likes you no more, Shane.
No.
I've seen all my messages that get rid of the ginger.
Who is saying that?
It's usually the Jews. You're an easy target for them.
I know, right?
Perfect.
Are they in there right there?
Yeah,
Okay, Anthony.
A year ago, I couldn't have been in there by myself. So, I mean, it is what it is. But
What did you weigh before?
I weighed 355 pounds at 5'9".
300 and how many?
355 pounds at 5'9".
Let me ask you a question, and this is going to be disrespectful to some people, but
Fuck them.
was it? God bless you, America. God, and I just stabbed myself in the eye. My eyelashes are so beautiful. I just hold it's like a camera time. Anyway, so you're 355 and you're 5'9", and I really want to know what was that like. And I'm going like what was that like to be sexually? Was you trying to be sexually active, or were you just like, or were you?
Well, at the time, yes, but it was kind of fucked up because it was not someone I should have been with in the first place. So
Okay, we're not going back that deep. I'm talking about your girth, like how that affected you. 355 pounds.
Dude, it affected everything in my life. I mean, I
Good
was
answer.
depressed as hell.
Yes. Thank you.
It was hard to do anything. It was hard to get any motivation. I was coming back off of a surgery, and like I said, trying to rehab, it was ridiculous. The things that you can't do, the things that you can't allow your mind to get past is probably the biggest problem. For me, once I got my mind past it, there was no.
What was that like though? What was that like? So you're saying, for me to get my mind past the pain, the feeling, so
the pain,
the failure,
the pain, the failure, the limited mobility, and then
your body heals
stop
itself.
Myself. Yeah, I would stop myself so quick. Even at 15 minutes into a walk, I would be just dead. I mean, dead. And right now, I could jump into a 5 mile in about, my last 5 mile was about 48 and a half minutes.
That's awesome because really you but it's every day being consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency is the only thing that brought me out of it. Once I got my mind out of the way and knew that I could, that I wasn't restricting myself, and that's the biggest thing I think any of us face is we restrict ourselves so much, and it's 110% mental game. So, yep.
But damn, Anthony. That almost made me drink a beer.
I'm going to think a little bit.
Going back to what I do for a living, and I've done for years, and all the coaches that I've followed, like, do you know how my coaches talk to me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do you know, I'm like...
Yank you around by the face mask, cuss you out.
Let's come here. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. And it's like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, son. And they would give you but you knew. Because you were not what you were supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
The only reason they did that is because you were not falling in line. Not that you want to fall in line, but when you believe in something, that's something to be achieved. When you believe in yourself, that's something to be achieved. You find yourself and you go, okay, I can do it. No matter what it is. And yeah, how many times people say, stop, you're doing great, but you're going to kill yourself, Anthony.
I don't care.
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You
can't let it care.
That's right.
People want to give you excuses to not succeed, and it's like one of those things where it's like, damn it. If you want it that bad, go get it.
At the end of the day, the only person that's ever going to keep you from succeeding is you.
Yep.
That is the most informational Walmart ad I've ever seen.
Hey.
That was
true,
perfect.
It's true.
Yeah, but it is true. It is. It's not a gimmick.
We allow those people in our lives to hold us back. We allow those people in our lives to treat us the way we do. It's us. You know, you can blame anybody for any of your problems, but at the end of the day, it's on you. It's on you to bring your ass out of it. It's on you to get into it.
No, and that's what's fun about. I'm going to go in this category of haters, and that's
Lots of them.
But don't you think that everything that anybody's ever done, there's always somebody that goes,
I can do it better.
Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, dude, all right, I ain't even doing it for you. Now you're telling me I can't do it. And you can take this like, oh my gosh, she don't think I do this. So Greg doesn't think I do it. So now Stephanie, and they all fall onto the factory of 40,000 a month jobs or
sheep.
Yeah.
A year job, sorry.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like, you call it sheep, I call it ants marching.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you're being herded one direction and you're following one leader. And instead of actually having a mind for yourself and actually doing things for yourself. I mean, you got to jump off that path every once in a while and take a chance. If you don't take a chance, you're always going to wonder what is.
But we're a speck. And people don't understand it. We're a speck. We're a speck on this earth and a speck on all these damn solar systems and all these universes and all these things. We're nothing.
No.
We're nothing. And people, why are you so concerned about what happened 200 years ago? Why are you so concerned about what happened in the 50s or the 40s or the World War I, World War II?
It's over.
It's over. Let's just be Americans.
Let's all get together and just be. It don't matter race, color, man,
don't sing
woman.
Kumbaya because I hate the fucking song and I really don't want to touch your hand.
You're right.
But I probably won't show up at the fairs either. I won't be there, but I'll be like, hey,
that's
I'm
a different type of.
They banned me 500 yards from any sheep farm. They wouldn't let me go back again. I was ready.
Oh shit!
No, it's one of those things where it's always going to be tough. There's always going to be people that say something to you.
You're going to have trials and tribulations. It's how you come out of every one of them. I mean, everybody's
sound like my principal.
I know.
It's like,
just come out of
son, you're gonna be trials and tribulations. You're gonna fight with this feeling. Sorry, I went to Catholic church. Show me in the door where he touched you. Sorry, Anthony, you came on the camera just in time. You're
Oh,
indicted.
you're good.
You're indicted.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, it's. But you go back to like, and so when people take offense to me, like, look, find the trainer, find the person that is your comfort zone. And you got to understand, if you're going to work with the same comfort zone you have every day, you're probably going to get whatever day you get.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's, if you just, like, there's a reason for these motivational speakers. There's a reason. Like, dude, I get so just like some blowing out. I'm like, I'm so sick of music, blah, blah, blah. So I listen to these, like, it's DT, or, Winky, or I can't remember his name. He got hurt really bad and then whatever.
Is that the Tennessee football player?
Winky Johnson. I don't know.
I know one of his arm was all messed up when he speared somebody.
No, this was a guy. I don't know. He was a dwarf, half of his body, but he made it type thing. I don't know. It's magical. There's a lot of unicorns and whatever. Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
Well, no, I don't remember his name. Is my point because I don't, but these guys do all these things, and people want to discredit them and not give them their credit, and they're just amazing people, and they're just being what they can be and what they thought they could be.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Is you just gotta try. I mean, I when starting this business, I had a dream, and I told everybody how it was gonna go. I had goals set all the way through.
Oh, dude. Do women hate that?
They can't stand it.
They
can't because it's not stability. But we can see it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I say this to different, like, all the time, clients, women, whoever. And I'm like, this is the way it's going to go. And then this is the way it's going to go. And then you're going to do this. And then you're going to do this. And blah, 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 blah. But this is where we're going to go. If you don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, we're fucking good. We're playing,
Yeah.
And, like, that's not comfortable to me. And, and it's like, no, but as it goes along, you're like, the whole time you're like, told you.
Yeah.
Told you.
Told you. It's going to get easier.
It's going to just, but you have, there's something, but that's primal.
Yeah.
That's Klansman. That's primal. That's not clans as in,
you
know what I mean? There's like,
that's
damn it.
I look at it, that's what's wrong with the world nowadays is there's not enough primal.
We're leaders, but like we don't mean to do anything, but sometimes we can see the end of it.
Yeah.
We can see the paths that we're gonna go through, and that's all we gotta do. And I think it's not like I'm saying women don't have it either, or men only have it, or everything else. But that goes with your soul.
Yeah.
It goes with every person of everybody's like, this is what I gotta do to succeed. So if I stump my foot over here worrying about this shit. Because it's always going to be that way. It's always been that way through history. You could look at history books. Everybody hates blacks. Everybody hates Jews. Everybody hates all these things. Everybody hates everybody fucking body. Now it's everybody hates LGBT, but LGBT, you don't want to look at XYZ. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever they have to come up with to hate somebody, it's like,
man, you know how much easier it was whenever a man did a man's job, and I hate to be, I'm not being sexist. I'm not being trying to be sexist, but I mean,
do you miss the '80s music?
Everybody, right? Everybody has a job, and everybody do their job, no matter what the job. If it's a hard job, if it's an easy job.
And people get mad doing here saying they're like, there's women don't want to be in the scientific community,
right?
Okay, and they're like, there's not enough jobs for women. They don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it. You don't see no woman want to be a trash man. She don't want to be on a back foot truck doing that.
And the guy's like, well, fuck it, I can do it.
Right.
So
I don't care. I'll throw trash out there.
Now there's every once in a while, Becky that chews. She bums her dip. She's like, hey, you got a coat? Me and my man gonna get it home. It's like, oh, Becky.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I don't even know where to go to segue to that. There's no better segue, but no, it goes back like the perseverance of people and what you want to do with your life, and if you don't want to have no plan, just chill for a minute till you have it.
I mean, set back.
You think?
You set back and take a little observation. Just like me and my personal life, and I'm stepping back and I'm having a little bit of observation. I want to get some things back better in my life and get more positive influences in my life.
So this is the first open statement, Anthony, that he said he's openly gay?
It could be. It could be.
Sorry, Anthony. You look too happy about knowing that. Wait a second, Anthony, are you at bottom?
No, I'm not.
Oh, Shane. I thought you were better than
I
that.
know,
I'm
right?
just saying
Right,
I'm
right.
disappointed in your choices in your life only because I thought of that, not because you're gay.
Yeah.
The guy that's, his nickname is Rainbow Warrior over here.
Yeah.
Oh, Rainbow.
Don't worry about what I do. That's my personal life, and if you like my personal life,
We'd walk into gyms and he would be going to work out and they'd be like, "Oh, it's Mike Wessel," and I'd be like, "Who, the gay guy?"
Yes, that was your only game. He convinced a lesbian that I was gay, so he had a bet. And I think it was a training, but it's fine. But hey, there's another story.
There's also
That reminds me of North Carolina. Remember going to North Carolina?
Oh my god, that was a trip.
So I go on this website. It's government deals. It's got these really cool things, and you can buy whatever. I'm like, man, it's only 12 hours drive.
Only 12 hours.
It's only 12 hours
We
drive.
can do that easy one
I
day.
still have the two machines that I use. I have all the
and
machines.
the mats.
Yes, I loved it. It was one of the greatest things ever, the purchase I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I'll drive to... I go, Shane.
Come on.
we gonna take a trip.
In the
we went to
Escalade.
It was an Escalade with this trailer. I don't even know whose trailer it was. Blake Bristow's.
Yes.
The cops.
Yeah.
It was the cops. Now
yeah.
he's a canine. Oh, dang. That was a good plug for him, but I screwed it up. Hopefully nobody's watching us anyway from his channel. Drug sniffing dogs.
Yep.
It's only orange haze. I don't know what happened. But we went to North Carolina, and it was like, I was like, dude, this stuff's like $200. It's like a whole gym. And the first place we showed up was like a community center.
Yeah, it was like a gym. We had to take everything out of and
From
roll
upstairs.
Yes,
it was
yeah.
like...
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about the other... Actually, we had that community center. I forgot about that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was so horrible. And these people are everywhere. They're like mosquitoes, Arkansas state bird.
Yep.
Mosquitoes around it. Like, can we help you? I'm like, no, ma'am. Like, I'm lifting 400 pounds. Like, just stop getting in my damn way.
Get out of the way.
It was weird. They're like, you're new people.
We ain't seen y'all before.
We ain't seen. I like your skin. I ain't even talking to the ginger like that. But we're on our way back, and Shane, I'm gonna let you tell your version of this.
My version of this, we was riding up this hill, and we got a trailer full of everything.
We got a semi overloaded.
Overloaded.
Weight.
The Escalade.
We know better. We know better, but we're
shouldn't have been doing it. Shouldn't have been. Especially
say that again in your accent.
Shouldn't have been doing it.
Shouldn't have been doing it.
We were way overweighted,
to say the least.
So Mike's in the back. He's right over the axle, and he gets up and he's like, "Shane, pull this motherfucker over. You can't drive." And I turn around and I look at him. I've drove all over the fucking country. Sit back and shut up. And he gets up in the front seat, and he was telling me about what was going on. I was like, not a big deal. When we get up to top of the Smokies, it's his turn to drive. I decided I'm tired. I'm going to get in the back where he was at. And I sit there and, he's going along.
No, here's the thing. Let me stop you real quick. Because we drove the first 12 hours so that I think we could party in some town at a bar. Is that Gerald? What's up, Mr. Miller? What's up, man? We're in the middle of a story. Sit down, shut up. Okay.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
It's not your episode yet. They're not sitting here. It's Anthony and Shane. Gerald, Anthony, Shane.
Nice to meet you. Yes, sir.
Jessica's down there in the corner, humpered like she should be. But no, we went to North Carolina. We drove the whole, it was 12, 13 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had to stop at a high school to get the red mats.
Yep.
And so that was in the middle of the day. And then we got to we got to go. We had to get to this town where we picked up one more machine.
Yep.
And we had a route, man. We were doing it. And if we stopped, if we had enough time, we could stop at this bar. and we could party all night.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember because we stayed, I don't know if we stayed, I think we slept in the Escalade.
Yeah, we did. And
okay.
the whole way, we never got a motel at all. We slept in the Escalade the whole way.
It was like
drinking lemonade rock stars. Trying to stay.
Oh, God, man. When we stopped, it was lemonade, rockstar, and vodka.
Yeah, it was definitely vodka.
It's like being kids. Like, we're on the side of the highway. Hey, good time. Just this is the worst time ever. It's like, I'm stuck with you in the middle of the woods. So we started. So, like, I get up, and this is my version of what you just said.
Right.
I'm trying to sleep. You know, it's like, it's your turn to drive. Control this son of a bitch. You're going up.
Moving.
How high? Why am I just bump back and forth? I'm like,
call me a no driving motherfucker.
Hey, I was testing. I was like, I mean, we're at this time like 25 straight hours into this.
Oh, every bit of it.
With 3 hours of alcohol and an hour of nap.
Yep.
So, and he's going up the mountain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, God damn it. So I get in the back of the car, I'm in the side passenger seat, and we start talking a little bit. I'm like, hey, when you get to the top of the hill, I'll take over. I said, I'll take it. Just pull over. I said, I'm good. I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm just pissed off now.
This ginger just cussed me.
Yeah. You know, it's and I've seen enough red faces. You know, it's like, you know, don't remind me what we did to the Indians. There's a ginger right here. You know, and so like I get to that it was some piece of shit gas station. It was horrible. You couldn't get pork rinds or anything, important to the
Mountain Dews were off limits.
Yeah, it's like we don't got the retro shock Mountain Dew if you want that, but Junior's had a couple of bit too many. So I get in, I'm driving I'm putting the Escalade down. I'm driving down this highway. Anyway, 10 minutes, he's like, hey man, stop it, stop. You're driving crazy, blah, blah, blah. He's going nuts. He's freaking out in the back. I'm like, shut up. I was like, dude, I'm going 45. I was like, but we're going straight down with an overloaded trailer of weights and giant equipment. Yeah. And it's just shoving us. So I'm half crook. I look like Cruella de Vil down the tunnels and down the highway. And I look like I'm chasing the puppies, man. I'm like, we're good, man. He says, like, Paul, I've been driving, I said the same thing too. I've been driving for more years than you know how to.
Man, he said, I remember popping my head up and going, hey, man, it is scary as fuck back here.
I was like, I told you this shit's serious.
He said, I told you. I was like, I went and got a front seat and went to sleep.
Yeah, that's where it's not more comfortable. That's why I wanted to drive. I was like, well, if we're going to die, man, this thing's... Because all the 45-pound plates that hit the front of the gate. It was that, like, had this mesh, so, like, everything...
Sketchy. So sketchy.
I mean, we looked like we were hauling for fuck...
It was so
for
bad,
what's the drug cartel's name?
Harlem. Yeah. What is that?
No. Who's the... El Chapo, that's the one I like. Yeah. He keeps escaping. All of a sudden his bathroom opens and like Inspector Gadget, there goes the biggest drug lord. He got through a tunnel like 5 miles. As soon as he went to the jail, like, let's not getting caught up to be mad, man. You know, they made a tunnel with a racetrack in it.
Yeah. It's great. It's just ready to go. I mean,
Exactly. I mean, give him a break.
Let him go.
Take his cash. If he gives up half of his cash, he's still gonna have a lot more.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, just take half his cash and like, hey man, don't do no more.
Stop it.
Don't you do it. If the government was smart, which they would have just like, hey dude, whatever's El Chapo. We know you're gonna break through our piece of shit prison systems with your army. They just dug 5 miles under trenches.
No, that's crazy.
Like, that's the most.
How do you do that?
But that goes back. That goes back. But that's the mind.
It is. Do it.
You're already putting yourself in a position to be this drug lord or whatever, but he is like, man, this is the way my country is. This is what I've got the options. I'm going to be the best.
Right.
Hey, whatever. I don't fault the guy for doing what he's doing because, you know, we have more poppy seed fields than anybody else in other countries that we shouldn't be doing. I mean, that's why that we're like, oh, yeah, hey, guys, you can't farm this, but farm this, and America will buy it for half a cent.
Yep.
You know, and that's what we do to other countries. So I can't blame this guy, El Chapo, for going, man, I'm doing this. This is what we're doing. And then he's so genius that he figures out a way to do other things with his resources.
Right.
Because everybody was so loyal to him. And maybe he was a mass murderer. Maybe he was. But here's the thing. You know, I'm not saying that's right because I don't know the exact situation.
Right.
But I do know that the community that he was involved in loved him.
Because
they could walk down the street.
Yeah.
They could go down the street and like, look, El Chapo's in charge. We are not scared because we're not going to be hurt.
Yeah.
We're not going to rip. This is what happened every day when the other.
And if you step out of line, guess what?
Hey, you knew better.
You knew better.
You knew better. And that's it. There's not. I'm not saying that is even right, and that's really deep right there. That we shouldn't have went that way.
Right.
But it's true. It's like, man, like there's a guy that believed in himself so much that he could do this and change a country. It's not been the same. It's just like the guy that was Median was named after. I can't
think his name either. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, there's so many Narcos was on that. The show Narcos on Netflix was about that.
It seemed like my business. I mean, I always had the mindset I want to be the best at what I do. I mean, it's everybody. I mean, down deep wants to do good and they want to be good at what they do, and some just want it more than others, and that's just.
But some are willing to cross those bridges of something that you're a ginger and I'm sexy. Completely opposite.
It's more like ginger sexy.
I mean, there's no one's ever said.
Oh
that.
bullshit!
No
I've heard it at least twice. I heard it twice at least.
The ginger sexy. Oh God! I just threw up shock top in my mouth. The only reason we're drinking shock top right here, Gerald, do you get it? Redhead.
Right here.
Every time he talks more than 20 seconds, his face turns so red watching me.
Watch, you'll do it.
It looks like you're choking him out. It looks like
It ain't happening.
But no, we're gonna end this there because Gerald's here on his body time, and you guys are gonna sit in here a second. We're gonna change some seats here, but win this one. I appreciate you being back here.
I appreciate you,
Shane, Anthony. Congratulations, man. How many pounds have you lost?
100 pounds.
You've lost 100 pounds
In 13 months.
13 months, and we gonna end on that. That's the thing. We're not gonna end the show on that because that's awesome. 13 months, 100 pounds. What did you do?
So I started out by getting off my big ass and walking. I followed that up by cutting out the shit that I just did not need in my life. Things that were holding me back. Soda. Started out with soda. Followed that up.
Shane looked at me and goes, first thing I say to everybody is,
soda.
Stop drinking it.
Yeah,
Don't
Mayonnaise.
Don't put anything white on your sandwich or anything.
Nothing.
Exactly. And followed it up with breads and sugars. Got rid of them. And the biggest thing was just being strict. You know, being dedicated and not turning my back on what I knew I needed to do to go forward.
Yeah. And that forward is what's your plan, man?
200 pounds is where I want to be. And then that's when I'm going to go back into weight
Just
training.
the shit, brother. We'll be there.
Yeah. That's what I want to do when I get back into weight training.
You look like Iron Anderson. That's the only wrestler I can look like Iron Anderson. Like, not a good looking version of him.
Yeah,
I'll say like when he was dying.
Yeah.
You know, but no, congratulations, man. I mean, 100 pounds in 13 months that's a person.
Yeah.
That's your teenager.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got 55 more pounds to go.
55 more to go.
You know, so what do you have plans for now? Are you like today? I mean, I told you we talked a little bit when I first met you and everything else. This is the first day I've ever met Anthony, and I was like, you know, I always tell people, and you can take for what you want. You know with the body when you're going to have those days. It's going to be 10 o'clock. I got my kids' baseball game still. We're going to have to eat late night stuff. Okay, so still make the right choices when you eat that late night stuff. I mean, hey, you get a cheat, don't go totally stupid. But you know when you're going to have bad days. Like, hey, man, Johnny's barbecue's on Sunday. Yeah, eat because you will regret it. You hate your life, and this is a theme that you need to get. You're going to hate what you. Then all of a sudden you don't want to do it at all because you missed out on so many good opportunities. Take those good opportunities. Enjoy those barbecues. Enjoy those things. But you know what? The next day you wake back up and go up right back to it.
Kick a little more ass.
Giggle. Look at you. Well, kick a little more ass. You talk a little bit. Where are you from, Anthony?
I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
I'm training a kid from Pine Bluff.
You are
Josh Edwards.
really?
He's the running back. This dude.
Oh, is that the one from Arkansas State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been showing videos.
Videos. Yeah.
This dude's beast.
Yeah. Nice.
I can show him something, and it's just things that he's going to need to know.
Right.
And I said, man, and just like we were doing the L drill one day. I go, do you see when you chop your feet? I said, that's not as smooth. I said, be smooth, dance and spin. I said, you gotta show him how to do this or whatever. And I said, there's a time for chopping your feet.
Yeah.
I said, I promise you, there's a time. You got that down.
Yeah.
I said, but be able to do this now.
Everything.
And he got it. It was like, holy. He was a second faster, like the third time he did it. Because the first two times I said, no, stop. Do it again. No, stop. Do it again. Because you're not understanding. And I kept standing up and showing him how to twist. I was like, I didn't ever do it, but I know these guys do it.
Right.
And it's like,
You seen McFadden?
he is. Yeah, I've seen McFadden. Yeah, I've seen McFadden. For everybody that's going, oh, what does he know? Yeah. Darren McFadden, I coach.
Felix Jones.
I got Felix Jones, Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
You know, other than the hell, let's not forget about the defenders. I mean, Chris Hawk, Jamal Anderson, Marcus Harrison. I mean, even the O-line, those are some. I gotta see.
Yeah.
And I was part of that when I was young. I didn't recognize it, but I recognized who my coaches were.
Right.
You know, and I'm sorry we went on this tangent, Anthony. We took it away from you.
No worries.
Nobody likes you. We're like, get Anthony off. I'm like, oh, YouTube, get him off. Congratulations. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
You know, but no, it's one of those things where I've seen those people, and when you know what you can achieve, and that's where you're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're 55 pounds out. How long do you think? You said you're at a plateau, I think, earlier.
Yes.
We were talking about that a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, explain.
December is
Explain that. Explain the plateau.
So basically, I've done everything that I know of to do, and I stick with it. I'm strict with it, and now I have just stopped losing. Regardless of how strict I am or what I do, it's like every day is about the same. It's gone into more of my body is putting itself in maintenance mode, I guess.
So, are you going to do something besides your farmer tan on your arm I see right there?
Hey.
That's a good one, too.
Let's get a tanning package. As we're doing this transformation, tanning package.
You're sweating a tanning bed, right?
I like it. Just wipe it up.
But yeah, this may not be sweating.
Oh,
it went there.
Anthony, everybody loves you too right there.
I like to be hated more. It's all more fun. But no, my plan right now is to start doing a little extra research on different nutrition plans and changing up my exercise. Because all I've been doing is cardio. So what I'm thinking about considering right now is adding in some light lifting and maybe instead of doing the cardio the same way I've been doing, because I've been doing it with an elliptical.
You gotta eat your vitamins. Is what I'm gonna say. That's Macho Man's advice. But no, here's you know, and to give you some advice right now, I see what your plan is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're right. Start light weights. You're never gonna be that guy right now benching that much. So don't worry about it, and don't even do bench press.
Mm-hmm. Don't
stay away from Olympic lifts. You have not had the conditioning to your body to be able to handle that straight out. So that's why orthopedic Damn it.
That's not
Orthopedic. Damn it. Whatever Dr. Gordon is for my knee, okay?
That one thing.
I got a knee.
That
I got
one
an
thing.
issue. Orthopedic, it doesn't matter.
Orthopedic.
There's a bunch of orthopedicans over at the center. You know what I'm saying.
You know.
But no, like, that's why you start off light, because your joints ain't built like that. You're not made for that yet. I mean, build yourself into something. And start taking half the cardio away, because probably that's why you're plateauing. You're just kind of like, your body's like, man, I don't have any muscle to do anything else.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what it is. Nobody knows it. It's only a personal thing. It really is. Everybody's different. A trainer's got to figure that out. And that's very hard sometimes. Because we're jumping for anything. We're measuring every 2 weeks going, okay, now we're doing something wrong. Now we're doing something right. But add that weightlifting and just use dumbbells. And for right now, for God's sakes, just use machines.
Yeah.
They only go a certain direction. You can't possibly hurt yourself on those things if you're starting out and don't know what the fuck you're doing. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because most people don't. Congratulations. Most people have not done anything since high school sports. Right. If they played as high school sports, most of them quit. They're like, hey, well, now we golf.
Right.
Gerald.
I've never
I'm not pointing elbows. It's you. But no, but like that's the thing. Stay with that. Yeah. And think of it like, I don't write anything down anymore. There's no point. It's like 10 sets of 10, whatever. I see your body. I see what's going on. You need to keep a log. And look, man, because you're gonna forget. Because you're gonna puss out some days. Mm-hmm. Some days you're gonna have really high days. Some days you're gonna go, man, I'm doing 6 sets of 10. And the first one, like, Mom, this is easy. This is 18. Mm-hmm. Boom, 18. Have a dash. 18. Then go do some abs. Go do some other lower body part. Come back. Now I'm doing 10 more. Well, I only did 12 that time. Okay, 12. I go do my abs. I go do my other body part. This time you come back on the third set of 6. Mentally, you sissy out. You get 6. Mm-hmm. You write that down and look at your consistency. Because if you're staying consistency in your life and staying consistent with how you eat, how you diet, how you do everything else, you're going to find a balance with how you lift and how you work out. Find what your limits are. That's scary to people. It is. What's my limit? Oh, I don't want to have realization. When you find realization, I go, well, fuck that, man. Next week, I'm staying in 16 every time with this weight.
It's mine.
It's mine. I'm going to own the 20-pound dumbbells. Who cares? Who cares who's looking at you? Who cares? Congratulations, that guy does something they shouldn't probably be doing, but his life loves it now. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, congratulations. You're starting. And you can only succeed at minimal measures. Do just like Mario. Everybody goes level. And every time it gets harder and harder and harder. And that's the only way to get your body in that shape. And look, man, 100 pounds in 13 months.
That's something to be impressive. I mean,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've literally not heard anybody that has done that I've ever trained. And that's awesome. Because that's wow. What now I'm pissed off what I didn't do the other people. I should have been harder.
That's it.
I should have got the whip. Jimmy, get the whip again on Margaret ain't moving her ass. But no, man, that's awesome. Congratulations on everything you've done. It's successful. Can we find you, Anthony, on Instagram?
No, I'm not really on anything.
Awesome. I like that. Illegal immigrant. Don't tell Trump. Don't tell nobody. Where can we find you, Shane Plunkett?
I mean, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, on the internet. Google us. You can find us.
Well, say where we can find us.
Just what I'm getting there. Bighorn Trophy Haulers. Just like it, you can find us Facebook, Instagram, or like I say, Google search. You can find us.
If you look at his page. And look at the celebrities and the houses he's been in, and then you look at what he's done, his work. It's like, look, like my family family's hunters. I don't hunt.
Right.
I'll never kill anything. I could kill a human a lot quicker than I could an animal.
That's it.
You know, but just when the militia's ready to call, I'm ready. You know. But no, I don't hunt. I don't do anything. I got plenty of guns and the thing behind you. Watch out! Don't step that way. Okay, but like the people that do, I mean, look at his page and see the work that he's done. Some of the things he's done. This is my friend. Yes, I understand. And yes, you can think whatever. You know, I'm plugging for him to have the best business. But in a year and a half, he's been part of so many successful people. I mean, like 18 months. If you look at his page and you see the people that he has done things for, on the sporting channels, on the networks, all these celebrities, these people,
owners of baseball teams.
Owners of baseball teams. There you go. And look at his work, and that's what you're gonna do. I mean, hit him up. He'll take care of you. All right.
Yes, sir.
Ants Marching, man. I appreciate it. Anthony, thank you.
Hey, yes, thank you.
Shane, awesome to be here, man. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Let's go.
You guys are going to sit right next to her when Gerald's going to be up.
Gerald, come here.
Gerald's like, oh! Anthony, I thought you just said, I knew he was the bottom, man. I knew he was the bottom. Oh!
He tried to make it weirder than he thinks.
Right.
It's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get a little weird.
Because we're gonna talk some politics. Are we off?
Man, I'm all. Oh, we're not off.
Well,
It's all real. It's always real.
it's always real. It's them aliens done got Mars.